If you can't wait to get your hands on Slay the Spire 2, or you're just coming down from your Balatro obsession, here's some roguelike games for you to check out. Starting strong with Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, you play a blackjack gambler who steps into a tavern full of gambling addicts. You hit and stand your way through barkeeps, poker players who needed a break, and other degenerate filth. The game gives you special cards to play that can change the card value, damage your opponent, and do other wacky things. It takes a simple game of blackjack and turns it into something more deep. Of course, there's still a matter of having luck on your side, so if you run into a couple of bad hands in the beginning, you won't be able to start really cooking. But if you like the fast nature of blackjack, losing is just gonna bring you right back to the table. Each person you play against has a health bar, and the goal is to knock out all of their HP. They can also shield themselves and gain health back, depending on what their abilities are. You can also pick a different type of hand that can do different things. For example, heart cards will refresh your health, and you can stay the night in the inn, have a drink, and chat up the locals. I would not recommend you having a drink, though. It's always a bad time. I really love the aesthetics of this game. It reminded me of an old 90s game, like that you would play on your grandpa's computer. I will say there's no chance that it has the same depth of Balatro, but it's good for fans of blackjack and people who just want something similar. Next up is Daisomancer, and it's more of a straightforward roguelike deck builder. But the art in this game is really great. I love the animations given to all the encounters you have, and there's quite a lot of thought and care that went into the different deck builds. All of the art in this game is hand-painted with over 30 types of enemies. I geek out for games that have unique art styles like this, so it really adds to the joy of playing. Besides the art, what really makes this deck builder stand out to me is the amount of cheating you have to do to make the magic happen. After you finish your tutorial, you're given a card that allows you to change the value of any number on the screen with a dice roll. So yes, that means a monster with 1,000 health can be knocked down to 5. Cheating is necessary in order to get ahead in this game, and I think that's a fun twist on an otherwise straightforward deck builder. There's other cards that will give you a chance to break the game, and different playstyles to choose from. But for me, it's all about the aesthetics, and the ability to do funny things with the cards that you're collecting. No, there's not much of a story, but the vibes are so on point. And really, my only concern is that I think it would be absolutely possible to get a deck built that will break the game, and at some point, the challenge might be totally gone for you. But the good news is you're gonna have to fight through some orgs to get there. Next up is Dungeon Clawler. I played this demo on my channel before, but I feel like it's worth mentioning as it was just fully released in November of 2024. The gimmick here is, well, okay, you guessed it, you use a claw machine to scoop up what you need to defeat the dungeon. Your claw machine could pick up a sword, a shield, maybe even a bomb if you're lucky, and then you can use that on the enemy. As you progress, you can fill your claw machine with items that you prefer, and you can give yourself an advantage over the enemy. It's a gimmick, and if you like that gimmick, you're gonna love it. But honestly, it's not a very deep game. You claw some items, you do the damage, you defeat the slimes. That's about the whole of it. But I still think it's a really cute game, and I love how this game flows. It reminds me a lot of Peglin, and if you love that game as much as I do, then you'll likely love this one too. And I'm always going to be bringing up Peglin. Speaking of which, we have Bonaire. This game was just released in December of 2024, and I am totally obsessed. If you are buying Dungeon Clawler, this game is currently in a bundle with it for 20% off on Steam, so don't miss your chance on that. This roguelike takes out all of the combat of Peglin and makes it about building the greatest pachinko board you have ever seen. I've recently lost sleep playing this game, and learning about the different builds you can do and wailing in agony when you're almost there is just the best feeling in the world. It is exactly what you want out of a roguelike. The game seems simple, right? You just drop the ball and hope you make enough money. But the truth is, you get to add unique bumpers on each round, and you get to build the board that you think can make you the most money. Of course, there's luck involved, but a lot of the strategy comes from picking a style that you want to play and going for it. My favorite is the food board, where you can gather ingredients and put them in a pan, on a plate, or even a hungry mouth for extra dosh. The ingredients can create pizzas and give extra points. You can even spawn egg balls. balls that are eggs. There's a bunch of different maps to explore, like this fishing one, for example, and lots of unlocks to get you going as you progress. This is a perfect game for all of my Peglin fans out there who just want to skip the combat stuff and go straight to dropping that ball over and over and over again. Finally, I actually was inspired to do this video because of Froggies Battle. This is a game about a little frog on a skateboard who battles other bog-inhabiting creatures. Each round, you get a treasure chest that can give you a new ability or an upgrade. I'm not really that great at real-time combat, but this one was a lot of fun, and it was so cute. And once you get far enough along, you get a hat. And that hat gives you a cool ability, like throwing fireballs or singing a cool bard song. Each level has cute enemies, and every round is short and sweet. That makes it perfect for the Steam Deck. I love the developer's story on this too. If you're curious, they did a whole post on the Game Dev Reddit about what it took to make this game, how they marketed, and what they felt like went wrong. If you're someone who's interested in indie game development like I am, this game Autopsy is really worth your time, even if you don't plan on playing it yourself. Also, Froggies Battle is so affordable. It's only $1.99 on the Steam shop, and so it's definitely worth the price and your time. Overall, I'm just so glad there's lots of different types of roguelikes out there these days. It's perfect for people who want a fast play, but also involves a little bit of strategy that you get to create on your own. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot more great ones in 2025, but hopefully some of these will tide you over until then.